The Great River Shakespeare Festival is running now through July 31st, featuring Twelfth Night, and the African Company presents Richard III and more at Minnesota's premier Shakespeare Festival in Winona, Minnesota. Buy tickets online at grsf.org. Great River, great drama. This podcast is also brought to you by Trempealeau County Tourism. Whether your idea of fun is bicycling, hiking, or canoeing, afterwards head into the heart of one of their welcoming communities to experience historic architecture, independent shops, and locally owned dining establishments. Visit Trempealeau County Tourism online.
I hold on to days like this one. An ace in your hand when they think you're down. Lay my cards on the table, try to turn my luck around. Memories are like walking the streets of our ghost town. Oh.
You are listening to TUGG, one of the main bands set to play live in Viroqua. We chat with organizers Christina and Justin about the free music series and get into the details of the summer-long event. We also touch on some highlighted shows, including Heatbox with High and Rising, them Coulee Boys, Wire Empire and TUGG. You can find more conversations, food reviews, live music, and events on our website, lacrosselocal.com. I'm Amy.
And I'm Brent.
And this is Lacrosse Local.
My name is Christina Dahlhausen. My day job is I do economic development and tourism for Vernon County.
My name is Justin Miller. I am the manager at the historic Courtney Lounge in Viroqua, right on Main Street in Court.
So how did you guys get connected with Live in Viroqua? What was the starting point for it?
I got interviewed and hired for the position I am currently holding at the lounge in March of 2021. And very early on in those days, the hotel was still under construction. The lounge wasn't open until June of last year. So just looking out the window one day thinking, boy, it'd be great if we could shut down Court Street and hold a live music event similar to those you see in other cities like Madison's Live on King Street.
I know the Viroqua area. We like to take road trips up there from Lacrosse from time to time. We've even gone and seen a few bands play up there. You guys kind of sent out an announcement and put a nice long list of some great artists coming. It says you want to build on the momentum of Viroqua as a live music destination. Where does this all come from? Because it does seem like you guys have a bunch of artists and musicians and things like that.
Gosh, I've only been living in the Viroqua area for about 6 years now. And the live music and culture scene was one of the reasons I wanted to live here and raise my family here, because I knew that we could be able to get that small town and rural area. But I remember seeing a ton of music at like Drift Music, bringing artists from around the country. And it was just so special to be able to have that right, down the street. And then of course, we have the Temple Theater and we have outdoor music festivals, including like Larry Fest. And my background before I started doing economic development and tourism for the county is I actually was booking music at the Stoughton Opera House and running shows for a good 10 years. And I saw what happened when you bring music to an area, the visitors come together, the community comes together, and before you know it, we're building a beautiful thing. Another thing that happened regarding to momentum is last year, Justin and I worked together along with some other great volunteers with the Friends of Vernon County Parks. And we started to put together music on Wednesday nights. And we had June, July, August, and early September, and had music in the parks every Wednesday between Tidy Hollow and Esopia. And I'm telling you, 200 to 500 people every Wednesday came out to see this music. It was fantastic. So we're building it, and we are becoming a music mecca, and people are seeking out Viroqua and Vernon County to see live music and be a part of it.
You got a good lineup of a lot of local and regional acts and people that just have connections to the Driftless. How did this lineup come about? And maybe name a few. I guess we got some shows coming up July 2nd. I know you've had a few shows already, but
The names you'll see are probably almost 100% personal friendships or acquaintances with people. For example, we got Work live on Court Street. I saw them, I believe it was Bonfire or People Fest, maybe 5-6 years ago, down at the Driftless Music Gardens. And after the show, I walked up to their lead singer and just said, "What an amazing job you did. Like, would you ever consider coming to Viroqua? They would love you." And here we go. We had them last year for Music in the Parks and this year for Live on Court Street. So we're really excited. And then Dave Huckfeld is a good friend with another organizer, Eddie Nix. So he's got that personal connection with David. Lou Shields is a good friend of ours. He lives out in a little off-grid cabin, not too far out of town. So we see him in town all the time. High and Rising are good friends of ours that we just met through different festivals at the Trumpelo Hotel. Heatbox, I've seen him play a few shows in the area as well. So it's just reaching out to these people and hoping that they'll say yes.
Yeah, and you also just have some good ones that really just value the area. Them Coulee Boys are always coming through and they're just blowing up. Wire Empire with TUGG. You also have it at various different locations, right? So you're trying to do it in different locations, each kind of show here?
Yeah, it's every first and third Saturdays. The first Saturday is on Court Street, where we block off Court Street in front of the Fortney, and Driftless Cafe is there and right downtown. And then just a couple blocks away, this third Saturday, we're blocking off Railroad Avenue, which is in front of Driftless Books and Music. Just trying to give a little flavor for different parts of Viroqua. And they're all in walking distance, obviously, for anybody to come that lives in the area.
So like on that, you kind of reference what's around there. What else can people expect? So they can grab food, come and go. Is there going to be any vendors or anything like that?
Vendors have been reaching out, and this week we had just a couple. The weather wasn't the best. We had Driftless beer on tap, and then we get some help with lacrosse beverage as well. So they're providing some of the adult beverages. We had a lemonade stand and a guy selling gyros and chickpea gyros. So there was a meat and vegetarian option. And we're going to try to highlight some of our local restaurants. We're going to try to get some more vendors out and about at these events too. So kind of be like a little street fair for the folks that come to join us.
So is there anyone you guys are specifically excited to see? Can you name just one?
I think all good, and they're going to be great. Everybody's going to be smiling at every single one and dancing. I'm interested to see how Wire Empire does. I've been following them and got to see them in my old life, as well as been watching them blow up on Wisconsin Public Radio.
I'm really excited to see Heatbox on August 6th. Not only is that my birthday weekend, but he's an incredible musician, gets up there with his loop pedals, creates a one-man band. So I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, I think that'd be a nice combination with Heatbox and then High and Rising. Sounds like is either opening or closing tonight. But if people want to find out more, what's the best avenue for them to go to?
They can find Live in Viroqua on social media, either Facebook or Instagram, for any updates for upcoming events.
Lacrosse Local Podcast is a production of River Travel Media. Do you have an interview idea you'd like to share with us? Message us on Facebook at Lacrosse Local. Find out more about us at lacrosselocal.com, and you can subscribe to the Lacrosse Local Podcast on your favorite podcast app. If you like us, rate us 5 stars. We appreciate it.